came here to introduce the new sense of public transport ticketing system. In current context, most of the time passengers face a lot of difficulties due to many reasons. Example, most of the time conductors will demand the exchange from the passengers. So if they don't have, then conductor will not give the correct balance for the passengers. Then this is very time consuming method. Also, not only passengers, owner of the transport service will not get the exact profit for their transport service. As a solution, we introduce transport ticketing system using smart card. In this smart card, we can borrow a smart card by giving a small amount as an initial payment. Then this smart card will be delivered to the home, not only local passengers but for the foreign passengers also. Then this smart card valid only for 1 year period. Then after expire, the passenger has to renew a new smart card. Then we introduce another smart card for visitor. The visitor smart card will be expire after 1 month period. While passengers do their journey, he has to sweep in and out his smart card in and out. At the end of the journey, the amount for the journey will be deducted from the balance of the smart card. That amount will be calculated by the distance travel multiplied by the unit amount for the passenger. That amount per the passenger will be depend on the media they travel. Then let's move the class diagram. In class diagram, first of all, user has to register as a new user. Then using register interface, user can do the registration. In here, the secret question and secret answer help for the security purpose. If someone forget the password or the email, then he can log into the system using a secret question and using secret password with the help of it. Then date of departure and delivery country details will be help for the visitor purposes. Then let's move to the staff registration interface. In staff registration interface, staff members will be registered, and in the user level in here will give the position of the staff member. Then you register interface and staff register interface details go through the user control class to the user entity class. In our system, we have three major users: inspectors, public transport manager, and passengers. And then those three type of users have special attributes, special methods, and has also common attributes and common methods. Therefore, we decided to use a hierarchy. Then we use a user class as the super class. And the user ID will be automatically created when user registered the system. Then email and password help for the login purpose. Then validate login, get user ID, get user level, check email, other methods in the user class. Check email method will be helpful to check whether email is already in the system, because we use unique email address for every users. Then passenger class will be described by the another member.
Thank you. As we shown, this is a passenger class. As you can see, there are some main two categories are there: visitor and local passengers. In our system, both of them have same payment method and same payment rate. If every passengers travel by more than 1,000 kilometers, in our system give a special discount for them. It's a 5% discount, and this is a travel control class. It's a median of all the boundary classes and other entity classes, which help to manage all the travel details in our system. If someone passenger want to know all the last journey details, they want to give smart card ID to our system. After that, they can know all the last journey details to our system. when a passenger is starting to travel, they must swipe the smart card in our smart card reader. After that, automatically start the add journey method, and it will automatically check this passenger already start that journey. If it is yes, that record. If it is yes, that record automatically renew in the set stop time method. If it is no, that record add as a new record in our system. After done this scenario, the system calculate whole transaction fee. This method, scenario done by calculate fee method. For that, that method want to travel distance and fee for passenger variables. The travel distance take by calculate distance method in travel class. The price for passenger is taken by get price per passenger method in travel method class. After getting all the things, the system automatically check the whole distance in greater than 1000 kilometers. Is greater than 1000 kilometers. If it is yes, the system automatically give a discount for that kind of passengers. I will call upon one of my friends to continue.
Thank you. As the previous member demonstrated, that every passenger must have a smart card to transport and transport media. From one smart card, passenger can travel in and transport media such as train, bus and tram. You can see that in our class diagram. They have entity class called smart card. They have all the smart card related operations such as create new smart card, check user, cancel card after the expiry date, validate card, deduct payment for travel, top up smart card. View feedbacks are main features of the smart card entity class. In our system, every smart card have a expiry date. The smart card will be cancelled after the expiring date. Else, passenger already have a smart card and he purchased new smart card. The older smart card will be cancelled. The older smart card value balance will be transferred to the new smart card. This process is done by the cancel card method of the smart card entity class. The passenger can view their available balance of the smart card by using top-up machine or web mobile application by providing their smart card ID. When passenger make journey, the payment will be deducted from the smart card available balance by deduct payment method of the smart card entity class. The passenger easily can top up their smart card using top-up machine or web mobile application. If they use top-up machine, they have to top up the smart card to putting coins to top-up machine or sweeping their debit or credit cards. If they use web mobile application to top up their smart card, they have to make online payment by using debit or credit cards. They have another control class called payment control class. It has a median between boundary and entity class. It contains the logic necessary to handle the payment details of the passenger. The payment entity class handle the payment details of the passenger. It divides the two main subclasses called online credit card payment and top-up machine payment. If passenger make online payment by using web mobile application, the payment details are validated from the payment gateway control class. If also passenger should want to provide the credit card number and expiry date. They have another interface called payment interface. It makes the interaction between the system actors. As it improves usability and reliability of our proposed system by dealing with the payment. Now I call upon one member to continue this.
as one of our members described in our class diagram, there are mainly three actors. They are inspectors, public transport managers, and passengers. Actually, public inspectors and public transport managers we take as staff members. So we take another interface called staff interface because it increase the reliability of the staff members, because the staff interface can access only by staff people, that means inspectors and public transport managers. Actually, inspectors, the main responsibility of inspectors are to create records. That means they have to record how many passengers without tickets for a particular route. So that is done by the make records method of the record details class. Actually, we have taken a controller class, record details controller, to as the controller between the entities and the interface, staff interface. So actually, the public transport manager's main duty is to manage timetables. He can leave the records that have been entered by the inspectors, and can get an analysis report by how many people using this a particular transport method in a particular time slot, and they can manage timetables. We have taken another entity called timetables. In this, we store all the timetable details. And you can see there's a method called generate reports in the timetable class. In there, we after we are adding or updating a timetable, automatically we are generating a report about the timetables. So we have made the class diagram after analyzing the responsibilities and entities by using CRC cards. So we call upon one of our friends to describe the CRC cards. Thank you.
First of all, before drawing the class diagram, we have to do the noun-verb analysis for the given scenario. In noun-verb analysis, we understand noun as the classes and verb as the methods for that classes. After analyze the noun-verb, then we draw the CRC card. CRC card represent responsibilities and collaborators of the each and every classes. In our system, we draw 8 major CRC cards, and for the inheritance, we use only CRC card for super classes. Then let's go to the sequence diagram. Sequence diagram is a communication. Sequence diagram is a communication between intercommunication between two objects in time sequence. We are going to describe 4 main sequence diagrams today. I'm going to describe calculate P for travel. First of all, before calculate, when we are adding a journey, before you add journey method call, we have to validate the smart card. Then let's move to the validate smart card method. Sorry, sequence. Validate sequence. First of all, user call the validate smart card method in the user interface. Then if check smart card entity class, check whether that smart card is valid. Then if that smart card is not valid, then it shows an error message in the user interface. If it's a valid smart card, then we check the get balance balance of the smart card using the get balance method. Then if the balance is a negative balance, then again it display the error message, because in our system if a customer maintain a negative balance, he has to first of all he has to top up the balance. Then balance is okay, then give feedback method call, then a feedback message will be displayed on the user interface. Then in here, after validating the smart card, adjourn method of the user interface will be called. Then using the adjourn method, it give the start points and the start point details to the send to the traveler class. In traveler class, it returns the journey with end null. that a journey with n null value through means that he is at the start point. Then that start point details will be added to the travel class. If that is false, that means he is at the end point of the journey. Then set stop time method in the travel class will be called. Then it's at the endpoint details to the system. Then it's going to happen a parallel process. In this parallel process, while the travel class called the get journey method, the travel method class return the price per passengers. Then travel class calculate the fee, and then it's called the method calculate distance. In calculate distance method, it returns the total distance traveled for that day. If that distance is more than 1000 kilometers, that means we doing the some giving discounts, then apply discounts method will be called. Then after this process happen, deduct payment method will be called, and the get balance method will be called by the smart card interface. Then finally the available amount will be displayed on the user interface. Then next, this will be continued by next member.
The main act of the managed timetable is the public transport manager. To manage the timetable of the public transport service, first of all, he has to log into the system as a staff member. Before the discussing managed timetable, we look at the login details. To log into the system, first he has to provide the email and password. Then system will check the login details are correct. If so, system will check the user level of the user by email address. If user is a passenger, the success message will display in the user interface. If not, the user redirect to the staff interface. The public transport manager belongs to the staff category. When he first checks, all the details are displaying the table, but he can check the travel details according to route or by for a specific path by providing a start and end points. From get route method, when start and end points given, the route name can be retrieved with needs when managing the timetable. If he want, he can view timetables according to given route, and if he want, he can update or delete and store the updated timetable. And the report will be generated automatically after the updating, and report will be generated automatically after the updating, which include all the existing timetable. Now, like Gaurav, the next member to continue this session.
Okay. Our next scenario is issuing new smart card. So in here, as one of our members demonstrated, the passenger have to be a validate user, and after the validation, if the user want a new smart card, or if the user want to get the details of the smart card, we have to call manage smart card method of the user interface. After that, the system automatically get the user ID, because they have only the smart card ID, and they have to put email and then password. Therefore, the system automatically get the user ID, and after that, if the user want to create a card, we have to give the card type, and the user ID will be after generating the user ID will be passed to the create card method, and the card type, after giving the card type, the initial payment is different from one card to another. Therefore, the calculate will be done in the and the calculator will be done, and the amount that the user should pay will be displayed. After the customer approve the payment, then he have to give the credit card details, because we this issuing new card is done by online. Therefore, there should be a card payment. Therefore, he have to give card details. After giving the card details, the card details will be passed to the payment gateway and validated. After validation is success, the card will be generated. If not, the passenger will get an error message. Now I call upon one of our group members to demonstrate the sequence of registering a new passenger.
Thank you. This is a passenger registration sequence diagram. As this shown, if passenger want to register to our new passenger want to register our system, they want to give basic details. First time they want to give a basic details such as name, address, email address, password, sequence, secret question, and secret answers. After giving those information, system will automatically check email address because the same email address can't exist two times in our system. After that, again system will check automatically their location. That process done by web browser. If location is equal United Kingdom, that person registers as a local passenger. Else passenger registers as a visitor. If visitor, he have to fill other information as departure date and delivery details because before they come to United Kingdom, we have to send smart card to their places. Now I will perform some kind of
Okay, now I'm going to show the consistency between the responsibilities, class diagram and our sequence diagrams. Actually, to become consistency with the responsibilities and class diagrams, the identified responsibilities should be in the class diagrams as methods, and the entities should be in the class diagram. So you can clearly see that the identified classes are in the class diagram as entity classes, and also all the responsibilities that we have identified are in the class diagram as methods for the given classes. And also the consistency between the class diagram and the class diagrams and sequence diagrams exists because to be the consistency, all these methods that have been called in the sequence diagram should exist in the class diagram. So all the methods that have been called in
CLC cards are there?
earlier we discussed.
You described it. Okay, let's start. More the next part. Persons.
These are system personas. As you all can see, there are some main three kind of characters are there. First one is Joan Mayfield. She is a regular commuter. She 5 to 7 days travel per week in using our system. But the problem is she want to get the discount in our system because when she travel to our system, she have to pay the regular payment to all times to our system. For that kind of scenarios, we give a discount the passengers who travel more than 1,000 kilometers. That kind of passengers we give as 5% discount as well. And second one is Jason Taylor. He's a weekday commuter. He travels 5 days per week. And the problem is he want to get a loan service from our service, loan system from our service. For that kind of scenarios, we maintain a loan service who the bank balance between balance equal or greater than 0. That kind of person we give loans. And third one is Roger. He's a irregular commuter. He's traveled 1 to 2 days per week in our using our system. But thing is, this person thing is a useless thing to pay our system. And our also our system have inspectors. They will detect from that kind of thing fevers and get necessary actions.
How are you going to address provide solutions for these frustrations?
For regular.
Yeah, did you have separate scenarios or something?
Next person will.
In the first scenario, main issue is that although the passenger have valid smart card with the sufficient credit, but the smart card is damaged and forgotten login details of the passenger. As the solution of that login issue, we allow the users to log into the system using a secret question and a password. And after user redirect to resetting the login details.
How do you give this question, secret question and password is in the sense? Are you going to do the password itself?
That means when they are registering to the system, they are giving the secret question and a particular answer
right?
for that.
Not password. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
After he can order a new smart card, ordering a new smart card, and it will be added the previous smart card available balance to the new smart card. If the passenger knows his ID, he can order a new smart card via top-up machine. Our system gives an opportunity to foreigners to order a smart card. The main problem of foreigners is to they can't change the language of the system according to their needs. In a second scenario, where the passenger wants to change the language of the system, to solution of that, we giving an opportunity to select the favorite language, as it our system is a multilingual platform. The last scenario is that where passenger wants to get guidance on adapting to the system. As the solution, if passenger have using web or mobile application, we display help tips to the system and give a step-by-step demo on using the system on the first attempt. And furthermore, we providing a Q&A controls for the web and mobile users. Now I got on my user printer to continue this session.
Then our system has 4 main alternative ways to interact with then we have mobile application, web application, smart card reader, and top-up machines. Mobile application and web application shows the similar functionality. They do the user registration, issue new smart card, check available balance, like that. Then smart card reader used for the validate smart card, handle journey, and manage railway gates. The top-up machine will be helpful for the issue new smart card to the user and top up the smart card and check available balance of that smart card. Then we draw storyboards for our system. This storyboard draw for the above we mentioned discuss sequence diagram. For sequence diagrams, we draw high fidelity and low fidelity storyboards. Then this is the low. These are the low fidelity storyboards we drawn. Then high fidelity storyboards. We draw the high fidelity storyboards for different types of user interfaces. This interface shows the top-up machine interface. Then this is the mobile developer interface. Then and this for the web developer interface. like that we draw the high fidelity diagram for the every Gauss sequence diagram. Then conclusion will be given by the next member of our group.
Okay, as you can see, we think that our proposed system is very suitable for the current situation, because from one single smart card, the passenger can travel in any travel media, and also the passenger can have a loan service, because if the passenger is traveling immediately without insufficient amount for the journey, he can take the loan service and travel. Therefore, I think our proposed system is very suitable for the current situation, and it will be a good solution for the existing public transport ticketing systems. Thank you.
From the navigation class diagram is fine. That's all right. Class diagram. In your class diagram, passenger has two subclasses, visit and local passenger. Why do you separate two subclasses for these things? Are you going to perform separate operations for these separate classes?
Visitors, actually we are removing, that means we are removing visitors, because we don't have to keep those records after they leave the country. That is the main responsibility of that class, and also we are taking the delivery details such as date of departure, delivery country likewise. That is the main reason that we have taken visitor class separately than local passengers.
Rather than keeping a separate the class is fine, but now can't you put all these things in the passenger class and remove adding visitor and local passenger class separate?
No, actually we are not removing the remove inactive visitors. We are not doing in local passengers, because local passengers means existing that the passengers who are in the country.
What's that record details controller?
That is the main controller between the staff interface and the other entity classes that interact with the staff members. That means staff interface is directly connected to the record detail control class, and all the operations are done in the recording control details control class. It interacts with the timetables and record details, because we took entity classes.
Validate smart cards equals that on this one. Here, why did you invoke two methods? Validate smart card, again in the user interface, again validate smart card, you pass the user ID. Only once you invoke the validate smart card in the controller, that is fine, right? User is going to add the card details, right? Isn't it? Card ID and
So
stuff.
we drew the class diagram in stereotypes. Therefore, actors directly can't interact with the entity classes. That is the main reason that we have took controllers and interfaces. So
Yeah, actor can interact with the interface, right?
we are calling the method in the smart card. Validate smart card method is existing in the smart card. Therefore, we are calling that method through user interface and travel control, because the actor cannot directly connect to the entity class.
Okay. Instead of having validate smart card, then you can have separate delegate service request to their request delegate or something like that, and is delegate the request about validating smart card specific request to that smart card class. Then there it will perform the validation process and send the response back to them. Otherwise, the same method.
The response is already sent in, sir. That the response is the error message. If the valid smart card there, then it gives check these details, and if it is not valid, then we giving the error message.
Where is that place? Create card. Create card is there. Create card method somewhere in this sequence. Go down. payment interface. Who is sending that one? Payment interface?
Actor.
Passenger.
From payment interface, what's the method? Again, it calls the create card method in which class?
It is in
Payment control.
control,
Okay,
yes.
then payment control, then what do you do?
in the smart card. There's a method called create card, and we have to pass the user ID and the card type.
Create card is fine on the controller. Payment controller, again I'm going to send the smart card class. Element interface. Can't you send that payment interface directly to smart card controller or something? No.
Yes, that means a smart card is an entity class in our system, and actor can't directly connect to
Don't
the.
use entity class. You have to have a separate service class or something.
We took the smart card as a entity class, and that payment methods that we are using payment controller as the median between the interface and the entity classes. That's why we have called create card method there.
In this approach, it's better now. You don't use separate entity classes. That's what you will now. Entity here you are not going to use the DB or something, right? So you simply serialize the data as it is. So you can use service layer model. Model is there. You pass that one through the view to controller. Controller would involve separate service delegate or something. Then you redirect the request to the service. Service, you have to implement whatever the method, create, update, or whatever the adding and validating the authentication specific things, and then from the service you get the response back to the controller. Through controller will send to the view, something like that, right? This approach, rather than doing it this way, otherwise now controller also get overloaded with having lots of unnecessary logics and there. So you have to simply decouple it into separate the service layers by adding service delegators also. Get delivery details. Where is that method? Get delivery details or something? Yeah, here you use get delivery details. Oh, reduce. Get delivery details. Again you are sending, and why did you set delivery details and send that back to there? Can't you directly invoke the set delivery details method or get delivery details method? What's there you are doing here?
Actually, if the passenger is a visitor, the system requests the delivery details from the passenger. That's why we use the get delivery details method to
passenger is the superclass.
Subclass.
Visitor is the subclass of.
Passenger class, but here the passenger is actor, so.
It's fine. If it is subclass, no point of going there. That superclass method, whatever subclass can directly access the superclass method, right? But it's just extension. So extension, you don't need to go in this way and when it comes to the coding method, you have to have same get delivery details. What's you are going to add delivery details? Okay, you can simply you have to invoke the method in the same class. Set delivery details.
No, we are going to get the details of passenger. That means we have to pop up the message that you have to give the delivery details. After that, we have to take the
Normally the interface display the delivery details. That means before doing the editing purposes, normally give the delivery details.
Okay.
That means if after the system identify that this person is a visitor, the system asks the visitor to enter the delivery details.
Okay. Again.
Yeah.
Then visitor specific UI should be done through the passenger, right?
No, we use registration interface. That means All the registration part is done in the registration interface.
In the registration interface, don't you have a separate option to select visitor or something?
No, we identified that by the location.
Why is
Because local passengers also can, that means local passengers also can register as a visitor.
no, let that passenger to select option. Otherwise, it's invoking there are lots of degrade the performance of the application. Let that passenger to select whether he's a visitor or local person, local country person. Then no point of going this much. The person directly can register as a visitor. That's all. Otherwise, you are sending a request here and there would degrade the performance of the application. You have to think those things as well. When user is going to interact, it's just a matter of through a drop down or something you can specify who is the passenger type. When you are going to implement now, this is design phase. Implementation, you have to think about adding now design patterns. There are lots of things that you have to consider. Design patterns, what are the design patterns that you have to add, and all these things you have to show right during the implementation presentation. You have to display, show